Всем привет, ребят! Сегодня мы продолжаем играть Follett. У нас последняя глава. Чё, поговорить с Джеком? А где его искать? Туда нельзя. Джек там. Let's go.
One day we'll tell everyone everything about us, Ali. All of them.
Надо сказать.
Maybe we should have told everyone while we still could. Maybe there would have been ways to make it last.
Надо было сказать.
Jack! Oh, what is he doing in there? Jack! Oh, Jack.
At least I still have my hair.
Where can we go from here?
Anywhere we want.
What is this?
I told you I had a surprise for you. Remember? This is it.
What is it?
It's a first version of a fulling mill.
It's fulling the cloth all by itself using the motion of the water wheel.
Yes. What do you think? You'll be able to sell even more cloth, not just wool, like you wanted to.
Здорово.
It's a brilliant invention. It's what I always wanted.
Then why do you look so sad?
William Hamley.
We will go someplace else then, where he won't find us.
He will find me, wherever I go.
You can't just give up.
I'm not giving up. And I'm not running away. And because I'm not running away, there is something I have to tell you. It's not what I want to do. It's what I have to do.
Да как? Ну что это? Чё отвечать-то? Ну, давайте так.
I wish things were different.
What things?
Давайте так.
Oh, Jack,
What is it?
Ну, получается так.
I'm getting married to support Richard.
To whom?
It's not important. William will burn down anything that I build up. This is the only choice I have. My husband will pay for Richard's expenses. It It's the only way my brother can protect our people.
I will marry you.
Да, сейчас. Никуда мы не
I love you,
расстанемся.
Jack. And I always will. But look at yourself. You are a good man, Jack. And monks can't marry.
Then I will stop being a monk.
And what then?
I don't know.
Ну, чисто по девчачьи сделаем.
Maybe when this is over, we can meet again.
But not like this.
No, not like this.
Don't say that.
Вариантов 0. Окей.
Who is it?
What?
Who are you going to marry?
Бум! Смерть.
He has steady income from the houses he builds in Shiring and Winchester. And he is a master builder now.
What?
Dear Francis, I long for the day you can read all the letters I've written. Once, you asked me if I often think of our parents.
Часто.
I do. And I often think of the day they were killed. And of how Abbot Peter took us in. Peter raised us and taught us about God. We grew up in the safety of the monastery. Only now have I begun to understand that outside the priory, the killing continued every single day.
Бога нет, извините.
I have come to believe that if God existed, he would not allow all the pain and bloodshed. A few days ago, William Hamley and his men attacked us. Many died by their hand. And among them is Milius. First, I believed I had brought the devil to Kingsbridge, for I thought I had seen him in Lincoln. The last few nights, I did not sleep. I was afraid that in my dreams I might flee from his grasp in blind terror toward the river and drown like Prior James did. But I know this is not the work of the devil, but of man. But then, where is God?
Наверное, так.
Most of what Abbot Peter taught us was wrong. Where is that loving God to protect us? But in one thing, he was absolutely right. For he taught us about living in seclusion, away from sin, away from want, away from the world that turns man against man. I know I blamed you for what happened after we got involved with Bishop Waleran. I do not anymore. But I blame our church and men like Waleran, because they involved themselves in the bloodshed. As Peter taught us, I will go into seclusion. The answers I seek are not out there. Maybe I will find them in here. Where are you, Francis?
Put that away!
Stop it immediately!
No, Jack!
Замес пошел. О, Альфреда убили. Убили? Убили? Убили?
Jack! No! This is not what we do!
Get off me, you freak!
No!
Туда его.
Jack!
Take him away! Lock him up!
Блин, чё ж он его не убил? Монастырская келья. Лучше бы он его убил. Ну чё за говно? Не пролезу. Миска, дверь. Стены, я не монах. Так а чё, нет шансов?
It's all useless.
It's all useless.
No,
Нет.
it's
Стена.
all useless.
Так у тебя больше ничего. Миска, давай, миска.
No.
Чё? Ой, карты. Нет, это не то. Чё? Мне надо было просто сидеть? Понял.
Jack.
Mother?
The water duct runs right under the cell. Look for a loose stone in the floor.
Я уже её вижу.
Hollow.
What? How do you know that?
Потому что она сама отсюда сбегала. Вот она, скорее всего.
This
Нет?
could be it.
А, ну вот.
Oh, the cracks are too narrow to pry it out with my hands.
Зато пройдет миска. Да.
The
Нахрен.
bowl would crack. The slab's too heavy.
Я еще что-то вижу. Нет, не вижу.
I don't think so. I can't just lift it up. This one looks easy to pry out, but not with bare hands.
О, вот ее там и миска и подтянем. Ну что, у нас мини-побег из Шоушенка получается? Все, подымай.
With that hole, I could lift the slab out. She was right.
Jack. Tell me, was it about Aliena? I know about you two. I have known for a long time.
And how did you know how to get out of that cell? How did you know?
Your father. He was locked up in there as well.
Was he a monk?
No. They said he was a thief. But he was not. They hanged him. But he was innocent.
How? How did it happen?
Someone here in Kingsbridge gave him a jeweled cup and told him he could go. A mile down the road, he was arrested and accused of theft. It was like a game to them. They said he had stolen that cup from the priory.
Who said that?
3 men. He managed to escape the way you did, but they caught up with him. They hanged him in Shiring.
Who were those men?
It does not matter. It is all in the past now.
Once you told me my father was a jongleur, that he came from France.
That is what he told me.
По словам матери Джека, слухи о его отце правда. Он действительно был повешен в Шиллинге за воровство, но Эллен утверждает, что он не был вором. Она убеждена, что в его смерти были виновны 3 человека. Эти люди сами передали ему украшенную чашу из Кинсбриджского монастыря, а позднее арестовали его за воровство. Эллен не хочет говорить о людях, виноватых в смерти Джека Шербура, кем они были. И хотя она была влюблена в этого барда из Франции, обстоятельства того, как и откуда он попал в Англию, покрыты тайной даже для нее.
You want to leave?
What if I have family there? There must be someone who remembers Jack Sherburg, right?
I knew this day would come.
I'm not a monk.
I know.
And I can't work here with Alfred.
I know. You really love her, don't you, Aliena?
Yes.
You truly are his son, Jack Jackson. This place is too small for you. After your father died, I went into the forest to get away from it all. But if you live like an animal, then they treat you like one. Do not let them, ever, find your way in the world. And when it leads you back to me, I want to hear lots of new tales.
Of course.
Those that killed your father, the people they killed, will return to haunt them. I promised them.
А, так это эти. Хамлей, наверное.
Why rely on him for salvation? There are many priests, many bishops.
Maybe. But you are not making decisions for me either, Walter. No one is. If the Lord wants me to support Waleran, he will let me know.
And what if he does not? What then? Will you allow Waleran to order you around?
Ни хрена. В Кинсбридже. Это скример был. Зомби поднялся. Да, холодно.
It's getting cold.
На следующее утро.
Yes?
I'm sorry for disturbing you on an important day like this. But have you by any chance seen Jack since yesterday?
Has something happened?
He's gone. We've been looking for him all morning.
На релаксичек.
No, I haven't seen him. Does anyone know why he left?
Well, yes, and I'm afraid it is my fault. I had him locked away. But in the end, I just punished anger with wrath.
We've all failed him.
No, I am the one to blame, and I pray to make it right again. My monks are already trawling the woods. I myself will go to shiring, while Martha is taking a horse to a cave he used to know. Please, don't let this spoil the first day of your marriage, when there should be only reason to rejoice.
Thank you.
Фу, отвратительно, блин. Замуж за Альфреда. Ща вырвет. 3 дня спустя, однако.
They still haven't found him. How long has it been?
3 дня.
3 days.
Well, I think he's gone for good. Never made it easy for anyone, that bastard. Then he runs off, worrying his family's sick.
Are you hungry? I think I'll prepare some food.
Great. I'm starving.
А я могу его отравить нахрен?
What are you cooking?
Frumenti.
What's going in it?
Wheaten ale with milk, spices, venison and eggs.
Well, as long as it tastes good.
Spices. I need to add some spices. And I mustn't forget the eggs.
Пряности вижу, а яйца не вижу. Да. Ты куда? 2 дня спустя. Ты 2 дня готовила? Что происходит?
We've been married for what? A week?
5 дней, чел.
5 days.
That's almost a week. Yet, we still haven't... You know...
Oh, I'm sorry. I want this to work, but I need time.
He won't come back, you know. You're my wife now. Sometimes you look at me like you think your husband isn't a good man. But I am a good man. You'll see.
А где яйца? Ну, я пряности добавлю, а где яйца, алло?
It still needs eggs.
Где могут быть яйца? О, яйца. Двенадцать дней спустя.
Today, I was thinking about what you and Philip did for our workers when they were afraid that they wouldn't be paid. offering them coin to make them stay and feel safe. What if I did something similar? How about I could offer them pay in case something happens? Like an insurance. What do you think?
Ну, допустим.
That would be very kind.
I want to suggest it to the prior tomorrow. He said he'd come over around noon tomorrow. Maybe he could eat with us. And you could help me explain the idea. If you want. I think it would be good for you. To do something other than cooking and weaving. You haven't left the house in 2 weeks.
Дней. Окей.
You're right. I'd be glad to help.
Ah, great.
Бабки давай. Бабулечки, бабурики, сюда давай. На следующий день. Итого 18, да?
Would you like venison with it?
No, thank you. I'm just here to talk.
Ascetic as always, I see.
It just turns more and more into a habit, really.
Филипп,
So,
надо
you are
поговорить.
suggesting that we promise the workers money if the construction is not completed?
Yes, as an insurance. Since the Fleece Fair, they've been quite worried. It would ease their minds a bit.
Yes, especially since they know they don't have to finish the cathedral in order to get rich. It sounds to me like we would be tempting them to fail deliberately.
I hadn't thought about that.
Don't be so cynical, Philip.
I'm not. It's just so hard to encourage goodness these days. We tried so hard in the last few years, yet all we reaped is death and misery.
The alternative would be to do nothing at all.
Ладно, поддержим молодого, если что ему
I
наваляют.
think it's not a bad idea. We wouldn't promise them too much, just enough to help them get by till they find new work.
It would ease their minds a bit.
Yes, you said that. Your idea shows great compassion, Alfred.
Thank you, Father.
It's very rare these days to find spirits who still believe in the good of people. Unfortunately. I could never promise them coin, because one cannot give what one does not have. Ever since the market collapsed, Kingsbridge is losing more than it earns. We may even run out before we complete the cathedral.
What?
He's right. It won't be finished.
But what about Mother? We wanted to build it for her.
Could you build faster? Finish it before you run out of money?
Is that an option? Master Builder, you've been awfully quiet so far.
It's hard to say. But yes, Alfred could look at the designs. Could be there's shortcuts that could be taken. Not much help yet, but I'll do what I can.
I can do it.
All
Красава.
right. I promise you, I will think about your proposal. Oh, milady, your soup.
Габела. Август. А чё было? Сентябрь? Фу, сентябрь. Июль. Чё надо, Марта?
Thank you. I'd never thought that my brother could work so hard.
He really cares about Kingsbridge.
I would never have thought. Really. Alfred has changed. He used to be such a bully. He seems really concerned about things now. About Kingsbridge, about you, about your family. I can't wait for you to give me a little nephew or niece.
Да хрен тебе.
Well, enough about Alfred. Did you get the blue dye I've been asking for?
Actually, I did. It's from a woad merchant in Winchester. Took me some time to find him.
Oh, thank you so much, Martha. I guess now I finally have to finish my weaving.
How's it going?
Нормально.
It's
Сойдет.
going quite well.
What does Sir Richard think of the idea?
I haven't told him yet. When he comes here, he's mostly interested in coin. But that's the deal. He fights and I pay. It's an endless circle. The coat of arms shall remind us of who we are and where we come from, so we don't end up losing purpose.
Have you decided on an animal yet? You really should have an animal on it.
Ой. Орел. Орел — свобода, медведь — сила, лев — власть, лиса — хитрость. Правильно? Я за свободу.
It will sport an eagle.
An eagle, flying among the clouds. I like that. Ali, I'm so sorry that I mentioned wanting a niece. I just thought, in the last month, that you were, well, growing a bit.
Oh, I'm just getting fat.
You're not getting fat?
You forget that there's not a lot for me to do other than sit around and eat.
Then we should take a hike soon. Stretch your legs and get some sunshine.
I'd like that.
Она
I would
беременна?
like that a lot.
От Джека?
But not today. I need to finish the coat of arms first. Get
Да
it
ну
done while I
нахрен.
still can.
Сентябрь. Я промахнулся. Да. Да. Альфред старается, по факту. Ну, я, допустим, тоже. Продолжать жить. А когда ребенок родится, что делать будешь? Ну, я примерно знаю, что делать, да, но... Типа, ладно.
I have to keep on going. Marrying Alfred was a mistake.
Конечно.
I knew it all along, but I saw no other choice.
Понимаю.
Not if I wanted to stop William Hamley.
Каким образом со строителем ты его
Alfred is
становишь?
the only one promising to help me reclaim my father's inheritance. And ever
Ага.
since we've been married, he's been working deep into the nights to finish the cathedral. And when he's home, he expects nothing in return. Although I can see so much longing in his eyes. He is trying his best to make our arrangement work. And I try to be a good wife.
Кто это?
I made a mistake. And to make things worse, I am pregnant with your grandchild.
You brought this on yourself. You had the love of your life, but you threw it away.
Do you scorn me for what I did?
No more than anyone else. First and foremost, I blame that priest who turned my son into a monk. But you're a very close second.
What if I brought Jack back?
Oh, Aliena. Jack has left England. There's no possible way to find out where he went. I want you to know one thing. Jack loved you. For me, that makes you still family. If you can't have his baby, give it to me. I will raise it far away from this crooked world that had no room for my son.
I don't want to give our child away.
Then you cannot stay here. You cannot go on like this.
But I have to. Don't you understand?
Октябрь.
It's finished. I want you to wear it when you go to battle. To remind us of what we are fighting for.
Huh. Why an eagle?
Because it rises higher than any other animal and proudly rules from the skies. We must never forget our noble cause and that we have to be an example for the people who look up to us.
You hear that, Alfred? I'm an eagle.
Grow up, Richard. This is important.
Sorry.
How's the war going, by the way?
How is your standing with the king?
It's getting better and better. The good thing is, William Hamley is turning out to be quite the lousy player. In our last battle, he ran away when things started to get a bit tight. They say he was afraid to die before he settled matters with his mother.
Well, this is great news. If Hamley falls from grace, the king might strip him of his title.
It's what we've been fighting for all these years. Ali, we are so close, but we need to be careful. We mustn't let our guard down.
Is there anything you need from me, Richard?
Well, a new saddle would be nice.
I'll see to it.
And a horse to put it on, of course. The last one caught quite a few arrows.
Right.
I'll be out for a while. I've got some business at the market with Martha.
All right.
Так. Герб Алиены. Сделанный Алиеной вариант герба служит эмблемой ее рода, указанием на происхождение и предназначение. Рисунок должен быть нанесен на щит, плащ, накидку или флаг, и только с ним нужно идти в бой. Каждый элемент герба должен давать четкое представление об истории и идеалах его носителя. Поэтому Алиена и выбрала орла, ведь орлы свободны и никогда не сдаются. Вот. Я же сказал, орел — это свобода. Так, ну все, ребят, давайте на этом закончим. Всем пока.